Welcome back to the Stephanie Miller Show. I'm Frances Callier.
Livy Shelton, and we are Frangela.
Yes, we are. And we are here all week with you guys. The telephone number here is 323-468-1135. And we are joined in studio right now by the wonderful Adam Contras.
Woo!
Hello.
What up?
What up? Adam Contras, you have a film that is premiering in Paris, right?
Not Texas.
Right?
Paris, France.
Paris, France.
End of the month.
End of the month. And it's called?
Fastest DeLorean in the world. It's
Yes,
on
it
Amazon
is.
right now.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you own the fastest DeLorean in the world.
You're not supposed to say that. You just gave away the entire movie. But yes, I do. Thank you for that, Fred.
But you know what? But whenever I see one, I go, my friend has
That's a
one.
fact. Yes.
My friend has
Ooh,
one.
and yours is a DeLorean time machine. Mine's a DeLorean
Time machine.
Yes.
Time machine. So you
That's
can go.
better than fast.
Yes.
So if you could get into your time machine, or when you do,
I did.
can you go and fix some things?
I was
Adam?
going to tell you. I went like 50 years in the future
Okay.
and found out why everything you're doing here doesn't matter anymore. And I'll be telling you that. I'll be telling you that
Yes.
later.
Okay.
That everything you think matters doesn't matter. Sorry.
Adam Contras is our favorite cynic. And it's hard because I am not a cynic. And I
Yeah.
think, Frances, you're close. I don't wouldn't call you're not a cynical person.
No.
But you're a little more.
I am.
Like, I'm going to tell you that I sincerely did not believe that Arnold Schwarzenegger would win.
like,
Forget
yes, he's
Trump.
gonna
The Trump thing,
win.
I can't even get I can't deal with that yet.
You're right.
That's my PTSD. I can't even really.
Yeah.
But I remember you telling me the whole time, of course he can win.
Francis and I are realists. It's not pessimism. It's not cynic. Realists.
Yes.
See, but
And-
I think we make our world.
I do too.
We make
and,
our
and-
reality.
And we made this. We made the stuff we're in right now. People created this. And when I think about that, I was thinking about that this morning, Adam, while I was getting ready, is that there are people right now in this country who are not just happy, they're satisfied.
Yeah.
The things that this administration is doing is making them happy, satisfied. They feel taken care of.
They also believe they're doing something a little different than the truth.
Yeah.
I don't think they have the right
Yes.
information.
I think I would absolutely.
And it all comes down to a complete lack of a functioning press anymore.
Right.
Yes. Thank you.
So is that where you're going to lay this
Oh, yeah.
issue at? You're going to lay this issue at the foot of the press.
You're talking about the border, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
But-
it's-
and all of it.
Well, no, it's
no,
it's very simple. The borders. I'm so glad this happened when I was going to come on, because this is the perfect example of what I've been trying to say with the flat Earth stuff, which is basically prove to me that this wasn't an Obama administration policy that they just didn't cover because they liked him, but they're now covering because they hate Trump.
That's what
Okay.
I've seen
Right?
that sentiment a lot.
But prove it without using one of the media sources Trump says is fake.
Right. You can't do
You
it.
can't do it.
You can't do it.
So
Well,
there's
there's
no
also
longer a press.
you could go back through yourself individually every public statement that the president ever made. You could go to whitehouse.gov and you can go to the Library of Congress. A lot of places you go to find these stats, but if you don't trust the government,
Well, but-
right, you know what I mean? Like,
but
if you don't
listen-
trust anybody who works in the government when Obama was in office, then
But there
you
were
know.
families that were separated during
Yes.
Obama's
Oh, yes,
administration.
but these were case by case, and they
Case,
did work hard,
and
and
they-
they certainly didn't do 2,000 children in 6 weeks.
Right, and they were usually
Like-
violent offender. There was a
Yes.
whole bunch of
They
little
weren't people
asterisks.
asking for asylum. In fact,
Exactly.
on the Daily, the New York Times podcast on Friday, you should definitely check it out. It was an amazing, powerful episode. He interviewed, Michael Barbaro interviewed this woman who had applied for asylum from Burkina Faso, and she's here as under that rule, so she could get sent back, right? And because she was one of the things that Jeff Sessions, Attorney General Sessions, did last week is he said that you would no longer would asylum be granted for personal issues or personal crimes, he called them, I believe, things like domestic violence, gang violence. We're not going to do that anymore. So this woman was on and she talked about how her government is set up for her to be abused.
Right.
Like the way the laws work there, her husband paid a dowry so he can do whatever he wants. Years of abuse culminated in him stabbing in her back twice.
Yeah.
So her family and him like ramming a truck into her family's house and destroying the house. He doesn't get in any trouble because she wasn't respecting him. The government told her that. So she came here, she got asylum under the Obama administration, and now that's in danger. And she will be killed if she goes back.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't get my mind around it because and what they're doing is illegal.
Yes.
We're breaking our own laws. What do
Right.
we do, Adam, right now?
Yes.
Because if our words aren't useful.
I've got, it's funny, everybody, so what's your solution? What's your solution? I'm not certain there is one.
Right.
But if there was one, I think we have no choice but to talk to the Trump supporters and try to get to a place where we say, listen, the media isn't out to help us. They think we're saying something else. We think they're saying something else. But we have to get to a place, find our commonalities, try to find facts, try to find truth. And it's the only way we're going to, the government isn't going to help. Right? And that's what the point I was trying to make with the border was that the GOP is only going to do what the base tells them to do. So if they're not getting the information correctly, none of it works anymore. The protests don't work. The investigative journalism that's happening, it doesn't matter because it's on one of those fake outlets. So nothing matters anymore.
Well, but if your agenda is to in fact reach and change the minds of these people, but I'm suggesting, I'd like to throw out that they are an extreme minority of this nation numerically, and that we don't need them to stop this. We don't need them to stop anything, actually. They can.
You're
get
saying the people that
vote.
didn't vote are bigger, right?
No, I'm saying that the Trump the base that votes for Trump is an extremely small percentage, even of the Republican Party, not small of the Republican Party, but of this country. And so, even if all of those people vote, if we all voted. It wouldn't matter.
But still, the people that didn't vote were also affected by the whole fake news conspiracy theory. They just kind of became apathetic about it.
Absolutely.
Our broken information system is killing everything.
Well, here's my point, too. We have a depressed vote. We on this side of the aisle.
Sure.
We have people who are so disengaged. We can't get our young people between the ages of 32 and 18 to vote. That population isn't showing up, isn't going to the polls. There are people, and that's not everyone, but there are so many of them, and their population, our little tiny Generation X in this room, okay, it means nothing. We need those people to vote.
Sure.
Yeah, I really don't think. I think that you're right, that people are going to, if you've made a decision, the only news you believe is from Fox News, then I don't know that we can reach
Not
you.
Fox News. It's the stuff on Facebook. It's the people.
And but all of them.
You're programming your news feed to be insane.
Which drives me crazy, because especially with the Twitter algorithm change.
Yes.
Because now, and I am totally against it, now I'm only getting news and information that algorithm, so I don't get anything I'm not expecting. I don't get anything I don't already get from everywhere else. So you have to be more diligent. Like, you have to search.
So yesterday, as I'm on Facebook, a little icon pops up, and they were like, we value, Facebook values your opinion. Is Facebook good for the world? I strongly agree. I agree. I'm neutral. I disagree. I strongly disagree. And I could not answer that.
Listen, in one weekend, Zuckerberg could fix a huge problem.
That's right.
Which is not allowing you to share from unverified sources.
Yes.
Sure, it might be censorship. You can look at it that way, but at the end of the day, Facebook is the new New York Times.
Yes.
And not everything should be able to be shared. I can't share graphic porn. I can't share graphic violence. Why should I be able to share completely fake news?
That's right.
That's a valid point.
I agree.
And I think that there are a lot of countries that people, in America, I think we don't understand that a lot of countries don't have free speech, and not necessarily in a totalitarian, dictatorial stuff like that.
Yeah, it's just
like in Germany, it's illegal to say the Holocaust didn't happen.
Yes.
Which for good reason, I think.
Yes. The telephone number here is 323-468-1135. We're joined by Adam Contras. If people want to follow you, Adam, how can they follow you?
Oh, they can't.
Because it's stalking.
No, Adam Contras on Facebook. Man, I know I'm supposed to use Twitter. I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't.
You don't have to.
I just don't.
You make up the rules, Adam.
I just
you
don't.
make the rules.
But just Fastest DeLorean in the World on Amazon. Go watch it. It's free for Amazon Prime members. It's a great story.
Excellent. And you have a golf course in the back of your house.
I have a golf course in my backyard with a DeLorean time machine on it.
Yeah.
RentTheDeLorean.com. What?
Thank
right,
you.
Now let's get to the real stuff.
We mentioned it earlier, but I wanted to read Melania or Melanie. I think it's Melania this week.
It is
Melania, First Lady. Melania Trump's statement that she released over the weekend. She said, the statement is, Mrs. Trump hates to see children separated from their families and hopes both sides of the aisle can finally come together to achieve successful immigration reform. She believes we need to be a country that follows all laws, but also a country that governs with the heart. I would would like to say, in my belief, Melania Trump is the spokesperson for separating families. Because how long did it take her to get to White House?
At least 6 months.
I'm just saying.
At least.
I'm just saying.
At least 6 months.
Homegirl didn't want to bring her child over there.
No,
Like,
no.
So, and then here's the thing: if you're we cannot allow them to gaslight us like this.
No.
Then stop it.
Yeah, then stop it. I don't know. We can have morality, but we don't have truth and facts anymore.
We're arguing about what a cage is.
It's, yes.
With the Vanilla Sky people, please just wake me up.
What's a cage?
Please wake me up.
Did you hear the alternate reality superconductor thing?
Oh,
Did something happen in 2016?
here we
I
go.
think
That shot
Adam,
us off?
The weasel went into the superconductor.
You know,
Yeah,
okay,
something
Adam,
happened, dude.
Do not. You just took the little speed bump out of this issue for me.
Ooh, ooh.
Thank you so much, Adam
for-
Contras.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Love you
being
guys.
here. We're Frangela filling in for Mama and the Mooks. The number is 323-468-1135. We're going to get back to your phone calls. We'll be back for the third hour of the Stephanie Miller Show.